can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide.
With that being said, we're going to be doing a cable mod on the NP-01S. Now, you can actually use the cord or the cable that comes on the NP-01 or the outset. They have the same pins for the cable, and the stress relief is also the same. So you can use that cable if you have one laying around. If not, you will be able to get one from Agile Cables to help you out. Their shipping's alright. You may have to wait a week and a half to get one, but it's well worth it. So if you guys haven't hit that like and subscribe button at the bottom here, please do. I'm trying to reach that goal of 200 subscribers, and any kind of help you guys in the community can do to help me reach that goal, that would be awesome. Eventually I will do a giveaway. A few things that you are going to need, obviously, is going to be your para cable. You're going to need to get you one of these. Also, you're going to need to get you some skates for your mouse. Now, however you like to get that. Now, these are going to be the Zygen NP-01 skates, which should go on every one of the your Zygen mice, and basically they're all still the same kind of skates, so they should work on that. Okay, and obviously you're going to need your mouse, and then you're going to actually need you a triangle bit set. Okay, you can get these on Amazon. Me personally, I just went ahead and got the whole different size bit set. I didn't just get the one screwdriver. So me personally, I mean, this was like $8.99 or something, and it also comes with the mouse remover thingamajiggy, whatever you want to call it, and it actually works really good because it won't scratch the bottom of your mouse up. So with that being said, let's get into this, tearing this mouse apart. So the first thing we're going to want to do on the bottom of this mouse is take the skates off. So we got to get those off first. So we'll go on our little tool set here, pull out our little mouse skate remover, and if you'll look right here in the corners, right here, this thing will focus for us. There's a little slot right there that you need to go up underneath to get that. So let's get this mouse skate off of here. And if you haven't already, please make sure your mouse is unplugged, because you don't want to be hitting buttons and all kind of crazy stuff while you're trying to do this. They should come off really easy. Obviously, if you've got some new skates, you don't have to worry about too much when it comes to taking these off. So me personally, just take them off kind of slow, so that way you don't have to worry about any of the glue being left on it. So you're not going to be able to reuse these skates, so make sure you get you some more skates before you do this cable mod, because if you don't, you're not going to have any skates go back on your mouse. And then on top of that, if you do try to use them, they're going to be all bent up and deformed and everything else. So whew, about out of breath this morning, guys. That's another reason why to not smoke. So anyways, as you can see, this thing will focus right. Or triangle heads, they can't be square and triangle. So let's go ahead and get those out. Be real simple. But you're going to want to make sure that you get you one of these triangle bit head set screwdrivers, because if you don't, you're going to round off your screws and you're going to run into issues. And there's only 2 screws on this, and if it's anything like the other boxy mice, the Zygen mice, you're not going to have to worry about the cable being up underneath the PCB. Just to save a little bit of time, I went ahead and stopped that video and restarted it with me taking the the case off of this thing. So anyway, when you start taking it off, make sure that you pull frontwards and up and then over, so that way you're careful with the ribbons so you don't tear up your ribbons. But basically what we're after, we're going to be taking this loose here, and see how these cable is awesome so far the way it is, because it is not up under the PCB, which is an awesome thing. Some of your mouse pads, you actually mouse PCBs, they actually put the dang wire up underneath the PCB, which I don't care for too much. But anyway, let's get to this so we don't take up too much time. So we're going to take this loose, and like I said, be careful, don't tear up anything, and make sure you don't take those little pins loose, and this thing should come right off. I mean, you're not really going to be using this cable, but it's always a good backup in case you need the stress release or something like that off the actual thing. So be careful. And let's see here, right here around this little edge right here, should come right off. Just twist it a little bit and it should come straight up, and then again, and try to watch how you put it in there, and then there you go, it's off of there. You don't have to worry about that being on there no more. So we'll get that out of the way. Don't need that anymore. Alright, and watch this one ribbon right here, because it's acting like it wants to bend and mess up, so you sure don't want to mess it up. Okay, looks like that's going to be the only one that's really going to be the pain, so just be careful with that one. Alright, so let's get our cable out here. Our Starry Night. A little extreme, right? Okay, so let's get this thing in here, just like so. Put it in there, pop it in, push it down, and that's all you got to do, and it's ready to go. Let's see if we can get this out of here a little way so you guys can see it is in there. Alright, okay, so let's see if we can get this over here so we can get the stress relief in. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So we got me a little bit more light here where I can see a little bit better. Alright, let's make sure that's on there. Make sure it's not hitting your scroll wheel. Hold that down just a little bit there. Alright, so we're good on that. So let's go ahead and put this around the side here. Should be easy peasy. Nice and cheesy. Just like me, I'm nice and cheesy. So let's just make sure that that's on there. And it's going to stay like it's supposed to. Make sure it's not touching your scroll wheel. Make sure it's back where it's supposed to be. The main thing is you don't want these wires, once you got your case closed, you don't want these wires coming back up and getting underneath your scroll wheel. That's the main thing. Alright, so that looks good. So let's go ahead and put this back on. Except let's turn it around the way it's supposed to go. And remember, to the front. You want to go to the front first. Alright, put it on. Should just snap right back on. Like so. And you're done. See? All the way around. We are on here. Our stress relief is in there like it's supposed to be. Scroll wheel. Of course, it is a Zowie scroll wheel. Let's get this last screw in here. Alright, get that started. Just be kind of careful when you're putting the screws back in. You don't want to strip your thing in case you ever need to take it apart again. But like I said earlier, be careful when you're doing this, because you've already voided your warranty to begin with, so you don't want to do anything to it to screw it up, because they're not going to replace your mouse. Screwdriver out of the way. Little other thing out of the way. Keep everything nice and neat. Alright. Let's take these off. Alright, so let's start with the small top one first. And when you put these on here, make sure they're as centered as much as possible inside the little groove there. Make sure they're fitting down. That they're fitting inside the groove here as much as possible. You don't want it hanging over anywhere on your mouse. So try to make sure that they're even before you start pressing down on it. There we go. Nice and neat. Just be easy with it at first, and then just press it down on there, and that's all you got to do. And the original skates that come on this mouse are pretty awesome all by themselves. So you shouldn't have to change them if you don't want to. The original skates are more like the core pad skates that you get from Lethal or Agile, personally. So if you don't want to change these, you don't have to, but at the same time, like I said, once you take those other skates off, you're going to put new skates on it. Now what you can do is go ahead when you order this mouse, if you don't want to go with the Tiger Eye skates or the core pad skates that you get from Lethal Gaming or Agile cables, you can go with the originals. So that's all you got to do on that. If you don't want to go with Agile cables or Lethal Gaming, then you just purchase you some of the originals. But me personally, these are Tiger Eye skates, and I've always loved these. They make your mouse really smooth. They are a speed skate, so if you don't like speed skates, I would not get the Tiger Eye skates. But yeah, there we go. So now they're on there. It's nice and smooth. Can't complain. The cable is nice and you know, so much better than that cable that comes on it. But look at that speed on this thing. Let's back this up a little bit here so you guys can see a little better. Alright. Okay. So as you can see, you know, this is the Xtrfy GP4 mouse pad. I'll have links for that as well in there if you decide you want to buy this mouse pad. And you know, I'll have links for everything at the bottom to where you can actually get this stuff. So, but yeah, I mean, look how much better that is. It's just, you know, it's like a wireless mouse now. Anyways, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys a couple of links for some of the stuff that is actually in this video before we call it quits. So the first thing we're going to have here is actually the paracord itself, and I went with the Starry Night, which is going to be this one right here. And if you click on that, it'll pull it up and give you a little bit closer view there. That's the one I chose, but obviously there's lots of cool ones here. So, you know, I almost went with this Blue Widow. I think it would have went awesome with this mouse. But, you know, of course, that's up to you guys on that. And then the Tiger Esports Ice Skates, if you're interested in those, I'll have a link in the bottom for that too as well. But you'll have to go, right now, you'll have to go to Lethal Gaming Gear, because they're the only ones that have these in stock as far as I know over here in the USA. You know, you may be able to check Max Gaming or something like that if you're overseas. The other thing we got going here is the Zygen NP-01S. If you obviously got to have this mouse to do this mod if you're going to do it, and you can go to Boxy here for that and find that. It's only $59.99 plus tax, and these guys are really fast with shipping. If you're in the USA, 3 days you'll have your mouse. The triangle, the E-Durable triangle head screwdriver set, you can get that on Amazon. I'll have a link in the bottom for that as well. I went ahead and, like I said, and opted for the whole screwdriver set, because you never know when you're going to need a different size. and it also comes with the I don't guess they're going to show it, but it comes with the little mouse gate remover tools. It's not going to show that on here, but it actually comes with the two little green mouse gate remover tools that I showed you earlier, which is these right here. And let me just flip back over here for you guys real quick and show you. But these little green little tools here, these are like freaking awesome, you know. But yeah, that'll come with the set of screwdrivers. So another thing is going to be, if you want to get the mouse pad, it is the XtraFi GP4 Cloud White Large, and I will have a link for that in the bottom as well if you're interested in getting that. I would recommend actually going to the XtraFi site itself and purchasing this versus going to Amazon, because I've had, you know, bad experiences with Amazon as far as it goes with XtraFi. When you go through them, for some stupid reason, it gets lost in the mail or something stupid, and it takes forever for you to get your pad or your mouse or your keyboard or whatever you order. So I would suggest going to XtraFi for that. If you want the keyboard, same site, you can go on here and get the keyboard. It's the XtraFi K4 TKL RGB White. And then that's pretty much it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button at the bottom. And this is Fatal, signing out.